Hey guys, what's going on? Well, for me, not a lot, I've tried to make some YouTube videos and I've had like no success making them, and it's just gotten like kind of not even frustrating, just like I can just sense I'm like trying too hard, and I'm just like, a lot of my videos, I was just like trying to force like this improvement stuff, and like, am I even really ready to help people, with that? And it's just like, lots of doubt coming up. Um, it's like, why heal yourself first, if you want to heal others. And so, in this video, I really just don't care anymore in a sense. I just want to like, I care, but I don't care to like try to illuminate the world to the truth, as much. I just want to share what I'm going through right now, because right now I'm just going through these huge, like, well, the last few days I've been just going through some really big energy blockages right here, right through here. And it's hard because like and it's, this is obviously Kundalini related, and when the Kundalini can't flow, when the energy can't flow and it's running into things, it just gets, it's tremendously uncomfortable and painful. I would say I've been suffering, but suffering's a choice. Sometimes I choose to suffer, sometimes I choose to not resist it, and I just go deep into meditation. But really, that's like the only place I can like not feel like hell when I have blockages going on, is like when I'm deep in a meditation or on the yoga mat behind me. Other than that, it just like, it just feels like it's just overwhelming, And I I was debating whether to say this or not because it just sounds so weird, but it's true. It's every time after I have like an orgasm that, not every time, but every time I get these really crazy blocks, it's like after I have a sexual release, something with the sexual energy, it just like gets me all, I don't know why it is after a sexual release, that the blocks, like, it's just like this burning, like there's almost like a force field of energy right here, just this burning, aching, persistent, like gnawing, constant, Well, it's like there's like an electrical wire right there. It just like really, it can be really harsh, but I used to get it much, much worse. I've been going through these Kundalini symptoms for, 17, almost a year and a half really. So when I first started, it was so much worse, but like debilitating worse, especially before I knew I was having a Kundalini awakening. It was just fucked up, and I had no fucking idea what was going on. I thought I had been like, I thought it was like binaural beats had like fried my brain waves, or all kinds of outlandish theories, really. I mean, how can you freaking know, right? Um, but yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys, this is what I'm going through. This is the shadow right now. This is the dark side. I did yoga today, and I did some hatha yoga for like 23 minutes. And ever since then, I've been feeling like I just, want to, like that purging, like I want to throw up feeling. Like when you have a Kundalini awakening, I know for me at least, and I've heard this from others, like when you do forms of yoga, it tends to bring the energy up more, maybe excite it a little bit. Definitely Kundalini yoga, which I would never do right now, and there's no way my body would just, not really looking for that experience. But I'll do like yin yoga is super relaxing because it just, as Craig Holiday has explained, it just really opens up the chakra centers, And it helps everything relax, and it helps the Kundalini flow better. And then I'll also do hatha yoga. And I do hatha yoga when I'm looking for a little bit of a pickup, but not like a crazy amount, like Kundalini yoga or like Bikram yoga. I mean, that'll send me off into the ethers, into the cosmos for a few days. I get totally ungrounded when I do any form of like super intense yoga, so especially with the breath. But hatha yoga is gentle enough and it's soothing enough to where I can gently raise the energy, and that's what I did today. And it just, all that, the light it brings up is just starting to burn up all that karma, the fear, the old beliefs, all that bullshit, that just makes you feel so heavy and weighed down, that the Kundalini insists you see and feel and heal. And yeah, I don't know. Oh, and then of course today I look and I got like a fucking negative review from an Airbnb I stayed at somehow. I don't even know. I have had 86 reviews, all positive, and then this one lady, and I know what it is. She's like a yoga practitioner, and it was in Santa Fe, and she's supposed to be super present and open. That's what her whole Airbnb said, and that's why I went. But I don't know about you guys, but since going through this awakening, I can just feel energy so well, like so distinctly, especially like in people's houses and just being around them. And like right when I walked into her house, I was like, whoa, a lot of fear energy, a lot of anxiety. And she had it too. She wouldn't be present with me. She was just like not listening to me. You know, when you're talking to somebody and you just know, you can just feel like they're not taking anything in. They're just like waiting for their turn to talk. And we're all guilty. Fuck, I'll do it too. I'm sure I did it today at some point. But, you know, just got that kind of vibe and just didn't enjoy my stay there. And then like, just some weird things happened basically. I don't want to go into detail about it. It wasn't awful or anything. She just made some basically like weird claims, like I left the sink running. And I was just like, I don't think I left the sink running, lady. And that like I didn't lock the door when I came in. Just like these weird little things. And I was just like wondering, because you know, when something like that happens, you just want to blame that person. And not really anymore, but definitely an older version of me would have just been triggered and wanted to get revenge. And this time I really didn't feel much when I read it. I was just like weird. I wonder, like, because you know, no one asserts anything into your life. If you ever watch listen to Abraham Hicks, there's a bunch of that. And she says that a lot, and I really agree with it. Like, no one asserts anything into your life. You always attract it, you know? And I just was wondering, like, why did I attract this negative Airbnb ad into my life? Like, what am I supposed to learn from this, you know? Like, that's basically what I look at every situation, especially a negative situation, as, like, what the fuck? Like, I go out of my way to be present and conscious and, like, you know, thoughtful and all these things. Like I said, every Airbnb review I've ever had has been really good. I've really connected with so many amazing people on that app. And it's just, you know, you just look at that and you just wonder, like, okay, what am I supposed to take from this, you know? And then that ties into, like, what am I supposed to take from the sexual energy creating blocks? So it's not like the sexual energy makes the blocks. It's just like fucking... There's probably a split in my psyche or my personality when it comes to sexuality. And I kind of know deep down there is. It's hard to talk about, but whatever. I've already said some crazy shit. So, you know, my whole life I've been, impulsively, compulsively sexual because it's always made me feel better. It's been like one of my addictions because it's something that takes me away from the pain momentarily. And it's been something that through the Kundalini awakening has really been surfacing for me to see, like, is this the truth of who you are? Are you, you know? And I've been able to really let go of so many of those old compulsive and impulsive behaviors, but you know, there's still that little bit that I haven't fully healed and haven't fully done the inner work with. And I think there's still that fragmentation in my personality that I get on YouTube, I make videos, I write a blog, I talk about the truth to everybody, but yet there's still this small part of me that's in total misalignment and is just doing, just following old behaviors. And I think it's time for that to go, and I think that's a lot of what the sexual energy and the blocks in my head, those older beliefs surrounding sexuality and my relationship with my sexuality and how that in turn how I treat others through that, and the staggering amount of dishonesty that has prevailed in my life around my sex life and still does to a certain extent. I'm sure there's so much I'm still blind to about it, because that has been such a deeply unconscious part of who I've been. So just trying to look at that and be honest, and mostly just kind of share with you guys what an actual day is, and how the doubt is just always there, but then the truth is always there, and how that's just a beautiful thing. I guess that's beautiful. I mean, why resist it, right? Why I'm doubtful. So okay, it doesn't matter that much. Just keep going and keep learning and keep expanding and keep becoming more and more conscious. Because at the end of the day, if you're a human, let's just say, but especially if you're going through an awakening, a Kundalini awakening, any type of awakening, there's not a choice for you really. You're going to keep becoming more conscious, so you might as well just let go and go with the process, and let the Kundalini live through you as you. I heard that from Kay Holiday. He's an amazing teacher, amazing guy. So in general, but yeah, just wanted to share all that with you guys. Just kind of get it out there. If someone else is going through some, weird Kundalini stuff and they're going through some shadow stuff, this is definitely a place where you can feel safe sharing or asking me about what I'm going through too. So namaste guys, thanks a lot, and have fun.